What is going on, guys? I'm YG125, and here I'm back with another server review. This is Chups or Chups. I don't know how to say it, honestly. The name is in the title, and so that's pretty much all you need. Anyways, I'm reviewing this Minecraft server again because somebody requested it in my last Pool Cools video. So I just want to let you guys know that any server you want reviewed, just leave the IP, and it doesn't even have to be Minecraft. It could be any game you want me to review. So just leave that in the comments, and I'll make sure to review it. Now, anyways, back to this server. This one really shocked me because obviously last time I played on Pool Cool server, if you haven't seen that review, you should go watch it to compare these two servers. These are servers on the exact opposite ends. Now, I'm not trying to bash Pool Cool or anything, but his server when I joined it was not as developed as I kind of expected, and this server that I joined, Chups, it was way over the top with developed. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that is just something I wasn't expecting, you know. Going on there, I expected so many more players seeing so many plugins like this. Like, obviously I haven't run my server in quite a while, so I don't know a lot of the plugins, but these don't all look easy to run, and I'm just surprised at how advanced this server is. Like, if you saw everything that was there, all the signs, not just the signs, you know, like the floating text boxes, I don't know what those are called in the current Minecraft game. They have like the voting chest, they have engine, they have all these different plugins. They have the shop plugin, which is really cool because had I had that for my server, that would have helped so much, because not only do you no longer have to go to a market, but you can now open in your inventory. Now, that is something I wanted to bring up. Something I really liked about my server was having a market where players could meet. Something that this server lacks is like a town or something. You keep seeing me continuously look up and the recording of me playing on this server, trying to find some town that I can look at, some main place for players to group around at. The spawn, it looks alright, you know, it's pretty cool, but it should have some open doors to a town. That is something that's inviting, it'll look great, and it'll add a little something where people can get together and run around, actually, because the spawn is so small, so there's no place in the server for players to meet up, you know, like a market or anything really. Obviously there's a PvP arena, so there's 4 or 5 of them, I can't actually remember, but each one of those, they're pretty cool. I don't know how all that works, if I'm being honest. There was no one else on when I was there, but I also wanted to mention that the owner did give me a special link for reviewing the server, which is something that is actually really cool. Now, the only problem is he gave me fly, which is something that would be really cool. The only problem is there is no place in the server that uses fly that I could, you know, get a better view of anything. Like, if you continuously see me, I tried to use it at the parkour so I could see the outside of the spawn, but they put boundaries on it, so I can't leave. So that kind of ruins the purpose of fly. I just want to let them know that, you know, get some structures I can get a good view of, because in this video I never really get to show anything that you built. I kind of get to show the plugins. I show a little bit of the land, which looks fantastic, by the way, but I never get to see any buildings that you guys put in. Now, the spawn does look pretty good. I'll give you that. And it's not just one block. It's actually a pattern of blocks on the sides of the wall, which is pretty cool. Also, the ranks are actually really cool. Now, they are a bit on the pricey side. I don't believe any of them get over 50. Maybe there's one that gets to 100. But the cheapest ones are still, like, if with stuff you need, like fly and heal and stuff like that, those are up there with like $25. Now, I'm not saying people are going to donate that, but yeah, that seems a little pricey. But I don't know. That's your guys' choice. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I'll give him some money just to help out the server a little bit. Nothing I need in my part. Other than that, everything looks great on the server. I really like the voting crates they have. Those really produce voting. Voting is one of the biggest things that can get you your server promoted. Now, I didn't know if there's a voting link, but they should add a broadcast in the chat that announces every time you can vote. I had that on my server. I believe it's called Votifier that will help you do that. I don't know if it's the same plugins they use, but that is one that really helped me get votes because I added all these different awards and announced them in chat. So if you didn't even know what they were, you would be able to see what you could be getting if you were voting. This is something that motivated a lot of players to vote, and obviously the more you vote, the higher you go up on the server list, the more players you get on. And if you look at the player list while I'm playing, there are 2 people that joined the entire time I play. That was it. There's no one else on the server. Now, this is something that it kind of bugs me a little bit. There's not much you can do about it, though. I'm trying to help them out by making this video, actually. But more people on a server will definitely change how many more people will join. I don't know why that is. It's just kind of a bandwagon thing. You know, people see other people on the server and they want to join because it's a community. That's just something I'm going to try to help out with the most, with advertising and stuff like that. That's not really the owner's choice. It's a little hard to get that into everything working. Now, Also, the player's website is up, unlike Pool Cool's. Not trying to bash Pool Cool again. Just letting you guys know there is a server up, and it's an engine server. I'll leave the link in the description below, right below the IP. I don't think there's much on the server website yet. They updated though, so if you want to get your weekly updates on the server, how everything's going, you can check there. Also, I wanted to let you guys know there are a lot of ranks on this server. Not all of them for donating either. And I also noticed there's no moderators on the list thus far. That means there's moderator spots probably going to be opening here soon. Or maybe they're already open. Honestly, I don't know. He didn't talk to me too much about it, but I just want to let you guys know that that was definitely an option out there. Another thing I wanted to bring up, the parkour. Parkour looks pretty good, you know. This is something kind of random that I'm kind of complaining about. They need to extend the parkour. You could probably see it. I didn't actually do it in the video. I did it before when I was just messing around talking to the owner. Parkour, honestly, is not very long. And I don't know. That's just a minor complaint. I thought it's just something that I thought I'd bring up. Any other thing about the world? The world looks actually pretty good. I honestly thought it'd be griefed. I'm pretty sure you get randomly teleported when you type the command I eventually do to get to the wild. And I tried to look for MCMMO, because this server did say it was a faction server, but I didn't see it on there. This is probably my biggest complaint thus far. MCMMO for a faction server is so important. I mean, it adds that extra little detail of just ranks. There's so much you can do with the abilities too that help with factions. They just go hand in hand. I don't think I've ever seen a server that has one or the other. It's always been both. Also, I don't even know if I saw a factions plugin at all in here. Maybe I'm just missing it and didn't see it in the help menu, but if it's not, you shouldn't be labeling your servers factions. It seems like a survival to me. Maybe with grief, I'm not completely sure yet. I'll keep talking to the owner about it. But that's what I've witnessed thus far. Anything else on the server is unknown for me for plugin wise. I didn't see anything else honestly that was that fantastic for plugins other than the market. The market was actually pretty good. I was very impressed with the tab on market that is in your inventory and such. The rules are actually pretty self-explanatory. Everything is pretty well set in the server. There's not honestly much else I have to say about it. I was pretty impressed with the server. Now I also wanted to say, there's not many people who obviously play on the server, so it's going to be hard for them to get players on. So if you want to join, the IP will be in the description below. Also, if you have a server, whether it's Rust, Gmod, Minecraft, any game you want, it could be on Steam, it could not be, any game server or anything, mods, anything, I will review it. I've said anything quite a bit, but seriously, whatever you guys need, I will review it for you free of charge. It's just free advertising, and it gives me something to talk about in future videos. So if you have a server, mods, or anything, let me know. I'll be reviewing it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure to join this server. Very impressed by it. And I'll see you guys all later.